Yeah, Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, wanted to seek the blessing of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyam, Sundar Krishna, Balaram, Bal Gopal. Just sing the one, Gonitai, Shila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj and the assembled devotees. And wanted to thank you all for joining today. We're going to have a look at the Sakhis of Vrindavan. These are Radharani's close associates. But before we do that, I just wanted to understand the concept of bhakti. So there's a verse in the Chaitanya Charitamrita which goes as follows. Bhakti Shabdera Artha Hayadasa Vidhakara Eka Sadhana Prema Bhakti Navapakara. There are 10 meanings to the word bhakti, devotional service. One is execution of devotional service according to the regulatory principles. And the other, called Prema Bhakti, ecstatic love, has 9 varieties. So this is very interesting, how bhakti can be split into different aspects. And the purport by Srila Prabhupada, the 9 varieties are Rati, Prema, Sneha, Mana, Pranaya, Rag, Anurag, Bhav, Mahabhav. So these are 9 different types of bhakti. Attraction, love, affection, adverse feelings, intimacy, attachment, subattachment, ecstatic love, sublime ecstatic love. For the execution of devotional service, according to regulatory principles, there is only one meaning. So, what is this all about? Well, bhakti means seva to the Supreme Lord. But seva can be of mainly 2 types. One is regulated. So you have a spiritual master and he guides how to do it. The other are spontaneous. You just do bhakti because one's heart is full of love. In the other one, the heart may not be full of love at the moment. Bhakti means love of God, or as Prabhupada would often translate the word, pure devotional service to God. The Sanskrit root of the word bhakti is bhaj, which means loving service. Bhakti is the essence of the eternal relationship we souls have with Krishna. In the material existence, our bhakti is covered by our material consciousness and misdirected away from Krishna. Here it's not bhakti, it's more like lust, because our focus is not the Supreme Lord, but it is the temporary things of this world. And therefore, we are never satisfied. So we never get full satisfaction in this world because we are trying to connect with something which is temporary, but we are eternal. So because we are eternal, we need something which is also eternal to connect with. We can awaken our natural bhakti by practicing bhakti. In other words, we can awaken our love for Krishna by performing loving devotion. Since yoga means connection, the process by which we connect with Krishna through acts of love is called bhakti yoga. So this is quite important to understand. There's much more to loving God than by just saying, I love God. It's just like if you have even an ordinary relationship, you just say, I love you, and then you behave in a different way. There's not much meaning to it. We attain pure love for Krishna through a gradual process that takes us through progressively higher realms of bhakti. Fortunately, we can begin the process at any point in life, or whatever we are, wherever we are in our spiritual journey. So bhakti is not it's not necessarily predefined. It is a matter of the heart, and it's the connection with the Supreme. So it doesn't have to be predefined. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Shri Tattva Sutra describes that there are various kinds of bhakti yoga. Prema bhakti, devotional service in love of God, Godhead, performed by Vedaya Muktas, who have cast off their bodies and gone back home, back to God. Prema bhakti is basically done by those who are already liberated. They're already free from this world. Bhava bhakti, devotional service in ecstasy performed by the Jivan Muktas, liberated soul who still possess material bodies. Second type of liberated soul. So these are already devotees who know the science of God, but they still possess material bodies. They're still living in this world. Rag Atmika Bhakti, spontaneous attraction to Krishna manifest in the residence of Golok, Vrindavan. Sadhana Bhakti, this is where most of us will fit in. For those who are conditioned in the material world, it is possible through regulative discharge of engaging the senses, mind in devotional service to reawaken our eternal devotion, love for Krishna. So these are the 4 types of bhakti. And sadhana bhakti is in 2 types. Vaidhi bhakti, according to rules and regulations, regulative principles, according to Sadhu, Shastra, and Guru. This is known as the Pancharatrika Marg. So this is a laid out path. It is a path which is not spontaneous. It is done through regulation. It is done through guidance by the Guru. And then there's the Raganuga Bhakti, which again, you follow the regulative principles, one becomes a little more attached to Krishna and executes devotional service out of natural love. So it is automatic, it's spontaneous. This is known as the Bhagavad Marg. So both these bhakti margs are powerful, sadhana bhakti. But Raganuga Bhakti is regarded to be higher, better, because that is done spontaneously from the heart. There's no artificialness about it. Okay, so what is Raganuga Bhakti? Yes, Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and all the devotees. Can you play back the page, please?
1 second. There you go.
Yeah. When you say sadhana bhakti may be divided into 2. The sadhana bhakti, does it mean you are even reading anything? Does this mean sadhana?
Yeah, that's correct. You read in the Bhagavad Gita, you are every day trying to improve, knowledge of God. That is sadhana bhakti.
And now you come to this Raganuga, which you are telling is more better than sadhana.
It is because it is a natural, comes out of without having to be pushed. Sadhana means you have to, make sure you wake up early, and read and chant. But Raganuga is automatic. You automatically wake up early. Automatically you are doing bhakti. Even without trying, you are doing bhakti. Sadhana, you have to push yourself. That today I must listen to the lecture. I must do my chanting. I must do my arti. But in Raganuga, you automatically doing arti. Automatic.
Is it from your heart or you
Yes, that's good. Very good.
are? Okay.
Mm.
And is this you are pretending or you are just singing in your heart?
Not pretending, but you are just making the effort.
Okay.
You have to
Thank
make
you.
an effort. Very good.
Hare
Good
Krishna.
understanding, Prabhu. Good understanding.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. There are two processes of practical devotional service. So again, just repeating. One is regulative devotional service. The other is spontaneous devotional service. Sadhana Bhakti combines Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti together. They cure our spiritually diseased condition. They include specific rules and regulations prescribed by the Vaishnava Guru and Bhakti Shastra, devotional literature, to bring us back to our original spiritually healthy condition of Sat Chit Ananda. Sat is eternal, Chit is knowledge, and Anand is happiness. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes sadhana bhakti as having an inner and outer aspect. Raganuga is the soft, sweet inner fruit of sadhana bhakti, and Vaidhi is the protective outer skin of sadhana bhakti. So Vaidhi bhakti, you're reading scripture, you're protecting yourself, you're getting knowledge, information, and you keep yourself connected to God. The conditioned soul cannot fully exist on Raga Nuga Bhakti because he has various mundane tastes. Because we are living in this material world, we have material tastes and attractions for sense enjoyment. He is basically still situated on the material platform. Thus, the Bhagavat Acharyas recommend following Vaidhi Bhakti, Pancharatrika Marg, and Raganuga Bhakti. Bhagavad marks simultaneous. We try to follow both paths. We try to do spontaneous bhakti, but also we look at the rules and regulations. So who gets this Raganuga Bhakti? The blessings and guidance of the spiritual master is key to advance in this path. Persons desiring to follow in the footsteps of such eternal devotees of the Lord as the Brijvasis are called Raganuga devotees. The Brijvasis have this Raganuga Bhakti within them. They are always spontaneously serving Krishna. They are trying to attain to the perfection of those devotees. By their spontaneous nature, they become attracted to some of the eternal devotees, such as Nanda or Yashoda. They try to follow in their footsteps. There is a gradual development of the ambition to serve the Lord like a particular devotee, and this activity is called Raga Nuga. So this is very powerful because one can learn from those devotees who already have natural devotion in their heart. Very nice to learn from them. It must be remembered, however, that such eagerness to follow in the footsteps of the residents of Braj is not possible unless one is freed from material contamination, having at least attained the stage called Anartha Nivritti. Anartha Nivritti is a stage where we don't have any dirty things in our heart. So no desire to enjoy materially, no desire to sin, Anartha Nivritti, no desire to do gossiping, like that. This is and then it's possible to go into of joy and follow these Raganuga devotees.
Prabhuji,
Yes, yes.
in Vrajvasi is you said they are more devotees for Krishna.
Natural.
Yeah,
They have a natural devotion.
yeah, but still, why there is a poverty and why there is some, I can't explain you whatever I saw there when I've been there.
Why not? Because at the end of the day, Krishna looks after his family. And sometimes he does it in a way where we cannot necessarily understand it. For example, Sudama. Sudama Vipra was a Brahmin who was a school friend of Krishna, but he was practically, penniless.
Yeah,
And when he went to see Krishna, Krishna lived in the palace, but
yeah,
Krishna worshipped him as if he was his guru, right? So why was Sudama penniless? Well, that's between him and the Lord. We don't know why. But whatever it was, Sudama never lost his devotion for God, Krishna.
same
And
is Narsi Mehta. Yeah.
Sarvam is Narasimhata.
Uh-huh.
Correct. So why sometimes the devotees have nothing and they're completely full of love for Krishna? That's between him and them. We don't understand their relationship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
But
Yeah, but still
but
there is sometimes, it's when you go there and see that certain things is hurt your
oh yeah. Yeah. And maybe Krishna wants us to, assist
understand.
his family, his, like if he wants us to, um, you know, try to engage in the service of the Brijbasis. So maybe, yeah, maybe. But it's hard to, we shouldn't assume that Krishna has neglected his own family. That's dangerous. Um, because he will, they're his people. He will look after them. But maybe not the body, but maybe he will look after them in a different way. But difficult for us to understand.
So, Prabhu, are you saying that uh, nowadays the Brajbasi they practice Ragu? How do you say it?
Ragunuga.
Raganuga Bhakti.
Very much so, because they regard Krishna as their own family member. And they have this spontaneous devotion. Even the rickshawalas, you see them riding around, they always say Radhe, Radhe, they may shout at each other, may fight with each other. Sometimes the Brijbasis, the way they talk, it's as if it seems like they're arguing with each other, but actually they're not. It's just the way they talk.
Okay.
But yeah, they have a natural inclination towards Krishna. It's a
Yeah.
from birth, they just
Yeah, when I went to Radhakund,
mm,
someone asked me to pay for him to do puja for my relatives. So, was that a Brajbasi? I don't know. I gave whatever he asked me.
I know. Yeah, they're really clever at trying to get the Lakshmi out of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just did what they asked me, but they must be Brajbasi. Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. Well, I know what you mean, especially Radhakund. I always have a bit of a ding dong with them. But now, actually, they don't bother us. They used to bother us a lot. But now there's especially one guy, I just give it to him and they all leave us alone.
Okay.
And Jayanti was saying last time she went, even he didn't bother her. So
Maybe they remember your face now.
maybe, I don't know. I wasn't there, so yeah. Mm. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you, Shamini.
That's all right.
The natural complete absorption in one's own deity is called raga, and devotion with an abundance of such rag is raganuga, bhakti.
Prabhuji, this bhakti is the old bhakti's definition or what?
Now, this is specific. Bhakti basically definition is you are connected in love, loving seva to God. But then there's different types. There's Raganuga Bhakti, there's Sadhana Bhakti, different types of Bhakti, depending on the practitioner, how close their connection with God is.
Yeah.
So Raganuga Bhakti is somebody who's very close to Krishna, automatically, naturally. See, the natural complete absorption in one's own chosen deity is called Rag. And when you have a lot of that bhakti, it's Raganuga bhakti.
Mm.
It's like the gurus, like Prabhupada, the
Yeah.
guru. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Prabhuji, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Prabhuji, do you have some picture or some explanation about different bhaktis we can remember easily?
That's a good question. We've got a little thing here. There are various kinds of bhakti yoga. Prema bhakti,
Bha-
bhava bhakti, ragatmika bhakti, sadhana bhakti. And then sadhana bhakti is divided into these two. Vaidhi bhakti,
and Raganuga.
where you follow rules. Here, no rules.
Mm.
This is, in essence, bhakti summarized in the different categories.
Mm.
But for us, most important thing is that we try to follow bhakti according to rules and regulations, this Pancharatrika Marg, because we may not have that natural inclination to serve God. So this Vaidhi Bhakti, where we are listening to lectures, classes by the Guru, explaining what it means to do devotion, that's very important for us. So that's the most important thing for us.
So Vaidhi means you said Vidhi, just we call Vidhi?
Yeah. Vaidhi.
Yeah.
It's following instructions.
All rules and regulations, yeah.
Rules and regulations. Very important for us because we are at the beginning stage.
Mm. So you think there is Vrajvasi went through from Vidhi Bhakti and then they are ahead than us in a Bhakti?
Oh yeah. Yes. Way ahead. Those who are Brijbasis, they are already at the Raganuga stage.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And why? Because the love is so deep that the heart of the loving devotee cannot seek even the slightest personal happiness anymore, other than the happiness of Krishna. Then all activities become centered around Krishna's happiness. So that's what Brajbasis do. They're simply serving Krishna. Yes, Pravin?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
As you said about this Rajvasi have got more bhakti. You took, I'm sorry, but is it the present Rajvasi which are already in Rajvasi now?
Present and previous as well. Yeah.
Previous, like 500 years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
But then it just carried on. And
they carried on through their family. Yeah, family traditions.
And then it's still the same, that their love is deep in the heart and loving devotee cannot seek even slightest personal happiness any more other than the happiness of Krishna.
Yeah.
And this is at present even in Brajvasi. Even if we go now there.
Even if we go now, you will find many devotees like this. They just are fully absorbed. Even it's hard sometimes for us to understand. We might see, oh, they're a little greedy or this or that, but actually their love for Krishna is very solid, very, very solid.
And when you say greedy, what does that mean? Is it
we
they
might
want money from me?
Yeah, maybe
Sometimes.
we might see it that way. But actually, they have full faith in Krishna. They're full dependence on Krishna.
Prabhuji, not only greedy, but other side, if you see, there is what I say, hygienic things. If you think hygienic side, they are very, sometimes some parts are very, they keep dirty. In if you go in Haveli or Krishna, some temple are always, wet. They're running water and people walking on there, and this all are mess most of time.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if
So why they not
unfortunately,
improve themselves? Because of Bhagwan. They pray Krishna lots more than us. They love him. Why they don't want to keep him in a clean place? And why they not improving the place? The people go.
yeah,
We
maybe,
are going. We are going.
maybe our vision is like that. But you know, even if you go to Vrindavan and you see dirt, our vision will show us that dirt. But actually, Vrindavan is not like that.
Not
And
only Vrindavan. I'm talking about generally.
yeah,
Some
yeah, that's life, isn't it? What to do? It's like that throughout the whole world.
no.
But
If you
what
go
we
to
can do is improve our
no, Prabhuji. If you go to I'm not criticizing, just my whatever I seen
your
that I'm
observation.
okay.
Yeah,
If you go to some derasar, I don't know if you've been there in Gujarat, Palitana. Have you been there, Palitana?
very clean, very
Yeah,
clean.
yeah. Every temple and each derasar, very very huge size, big. Everywhere you go, in even local some little town you go, and if there is derasar, you must use you impress them. If you enter there, it just make you feeling different.
Oh yeah, but it just depends. They sometimes it's just the way they're used to it and they just continue with that. I mean, we went to Pushkar, it was very clean. Nathwara is very, very clean. It just depends on what the culture is at that place. You know, sometimes they have so much rain or so much dryness that it's very hard to keep, that cleanliness at 100%.
Might you are right, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, no, well, the thing is, what we try to see is not the dirtiness. We try to see the bhakti.
I know,
So
I know. I'm not. First thing I said, I'm not criticizing. I'm just wanted to know from you that why they're not.
you'll have to ask them. I don't live in their mind or their hearts, you know. So, but I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. But at the end of the day, each to their own. Uh, and we can,
In a Rajkot, I go very often Rajkot and Jamnagar and some
yeah,
in
it's very
Gujarat.
clean.
Yeah, but no. If you go in Haveli place, these days now they try to improve, but used to be, if you can't walk even, and you have to remove your shoes and you have to go without shoes, but there's everywhere running water, some cows.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a tough place to keep everything clean as well, you know. Like just now we were there, it rained quite a lot and there was kichado everywhere. What to do? You know, that's the way, yeah, that's the way
Yeah,
there is.
I'm just
Anyway, don't worry too much. Main thing is keeping our hearts clean, you know, and
yeah.
not worry too much. Don't see too much uncleanliness.
Mm. Not outside, in inner side, you have to see that.
Yeah. See, this is the
But
point. When the hearts of the devotees are crystal clear
mm,
from the contaminations of lust and anger, and they hear about loving activities of the eternally perfect Brajbasis from the mouth of the Guru, Sadhu, or Shastra, their hearts will lighten up, just as crystal lights up when the moonlight shines on it, and the taste will awaken for those devotees' loving activities. So we have to also just bear in mind, you know, our vision may be impaired because we can see it, perhaps we see a little differently. But don't, in the heart, don't criticize these devotees because they are with Krishna, they are with the Lord.
not criticizing Prabhuji.
Yeah, I know.
I just want the guru
Yeah, we
or
don't know
guru.
the answer,
Yeah.
Madhuben. I can't tell you an answer.
No,
There is
I
no
know,
answer.
no, I know.
Yeah, there
But
is no answer.
just what is sometimes, as a human being, we.
Yeah, but that's our concept of human being, isn't it? And it might be a little different from how they, they may have some other challenges which you're not aware of. So
why then Guru or whatever who they teach them the Vidhi
I
and
don't know the
everything?
answers to this, Madhuben. I can't tell you the answers.
Okay, thank
All
you.
I can say to you is
Thank you,
we
Prabhuji.
try to keep a open mind and a clean heart, you know.
That's
And
we have to do. Otherwise, we can't go there. Chhatra.
yeah, well, you can go there, but then you'll always be criticizing, and then Krishna will say, "Okay, thank you so much, but your business is not here."
We're not criticizing Krishna, but we are criticizing
No,
whatever.
you can't, you might be, you don't know, because if you're criticizing his devotee, you might be criticizing him. You just don't know.
Not personally. I'm just no
Yeah, but
generally.
it's enough anyway. Yeah, it's enough. It's enough because we can't give you any cast iron guarantees. You know, how clean is our hearts compared to how clean their heart is? Can you tell me?
No,
No,
no, no,
I
no, no. I'm
can't
not.
tell you. You
That's what
can't
I
tell
say. I'm
me.
not talking about personally. Just
No, we are
normally.
talking about personally because we are making that personal comparison. So how clean is our heart compared to their heart? We can't tell because we don't know what is in their heart. We know what is in our heart.
No,
Uh,
I'm just talking about place, not a
yeah, I know
person.
you are, but
Person.
I am also just talking about place.
Mm.
So how clean is their place might be dirty, but their heart may be very clean. So how do you compare? They can't see into your heart. You can't show them what's in your heart. Yes, you're
Yeah,
seeing it
might
externally.
they are very.
They might
Yes,
come
I
here and
believe.
say, "Oh, these people, what are they? Crazy. They have no devotion for Krishna. They're just always running after money, money, money."
Yeah, that's
So
true.
what will you say to them? You know, so everything's according to one's vision, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
okay. Driven by this taste, they engage in all kinds of, in a kind of devotion that follows in its wake, and which is called Ragunuga Bhakti. Without allegiance to the Brajbasis, this Raganuga bhajan can never reach perfection. So, what is this Braj mood, right? The scriptures describe, the Vedic scriptures ascertain that Vrajendrananda, Shri Krishna, is the original personality of Godhead, full in all opulences and might, the supreme truth and the cause of all causes. This embodiment of spirit, Satchid Ananda Vigraha, the Almighty Shri Krishna, has innumerable potencies, of which three are predominant. So we're looking at Krishna's potencies, right? Three are prominent. Internal spiritual potency, the marginal potency, that's us, the living entity, and then the external illusory potency. So of these, the internal potency is the greatest, for it is Sri Krishna's intrinsic energy. The ability to perform something is called Shakti or power. And according to its activities, this intrinsic energy shows three aspects. So his potencies are divided into three: internal, external, material world, and us. And within the internal, there are different aspects. Hladini means the bliss potency, pleasure potency, and Radha is the presiding deity. Sandini means existence potency. Balaram is the presiding deity. Samvit is a knowing potency, and Krishna is a presiding deity. So,
Presiding. What does it mean, presiding, Prabhuji?
basically, he's the main deity. Samvit means knowledge. Hladini means Radha is the main deity. Sandhini is the existence, the chit potency. No, Sat Chit Anand. Sat, the Sat potency.
Sat Chitanand, yeah.
So this is Sat Chit Anand. Of these, the Hladini potency is the greatest. For although Sri Krishna is the embodiment of full and paramount ecstasy, he relishes his intrinsic bliss through Hladini energy and makes his devotee relish the same. So this is Radharani's potency.
So Ladini means chit.
Internal. No,
No, Anand. Sorry, yeah.
The special feature of this is that Ladini energy dwells within Krishna's form in a formless, energetic way to make him relish his intrinsic ecstasy. That formless Ladini energy dwells on the outside in the form of Radharani, its presiding goddess, to make Sri Krishna the embodiment of full and deep erotic flavors, relish the sweetness and wonderful erotic mellows. This is Vrishabhanu Nandini, Sri Radha. The special activities of Ladini Shakti make Bhakti gradually turn into the 9 forms of Prema Bhakti. So these are the 9 forms of Bhakti. Prema Bhakti. Rati, where there's attraction for the Lord. Prema, love for the Lord. Sneha, affection for the Lord. Mana, anger towards the Lord. Pranaya, mutually intimate love. Raga, attachment to the Lord. Anuraga, which is even more attached, supplementary attachment. And bhav is great spiritual, supremely ecstatic love through passion. Mahabhav is the stage of wildly relishable exhilaration in a transparently pure yet supremely ecstatic love passion. So these 9 are split even within Prema Bhakti. There's so much different categories of Bhakti which become more and more intense.
Which one was first you said, Prabhuji? First one?
Rati.
Rati.
Attraction.
Oh, attraction. Okay, thank you.
And then we'll have to stop now. Yeah, but we'll continue on Monday. How the 5 relationships connect with these 9 forms of Prema Bhakti. So there's 5 relationships we can have with God. Shantaras, Dasya Ras, servant. Sakhya Ras, friendship. Vatsalya Ras, which is parent. And finally, Madhurya Ras. So only Srimati Radharani embodies the limit of Mahabhav. Therefore, she is referred to as Mahabhav Swarup, personification of Mahabhav. So this Mahabhav, only actually one can attain that level, and that's Radharani. Only one person. She's very close to the Lord. So let's stop there. There's a lot more. We were just trying to understand Vraji's, the Vraj mood, and trying to get close to Krishna by becoming close to his devotees. That's the idea. So, okay, any questions, any comments? Okay, we can stop there. Radha Krishna Bhagwan ki jai.